Hey guys, classichomer here, welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 3. So it's time to take on Shadow Man, and I really don't like him because of I don't know, the top spin is glitched in a weird way. Basically, if your sprite overlaps your enemy for too long when you use it, you drain that much of your weapon energy instead of a set amount like any other weapon. So it's really easy to find yourself completely out of energy to fight Shadow Man with. And Proto Man here is just as easy as he was in Mega Man stage. Thankfully this will be the last time I have to fight him for a while. It's awesome how you can just slide right under him and just blast him apart. He will become more difficult, just, you know, in later games. Actually, the only other game I can think of where you really get a chance to fight him is Mega Man 7, and he is quite a bit more difficult there. Oh, there we go. These shadow rooms are kind of annoying. Oh wow, I didn't expect to scroll that guy off. Ah, damn grenades. After they die, that huge blast radius layers can hit you, and they do decent damage for, you know, random in-the-middle level enemies. For non-bosses. Forget that guy. I could kill him with magnet missiles, but I don't need to. Speaking of... and we'll get the regular shot back out, because there are a lot of these guys through this little area, and I don't want to have to worry about, you know, killing them with my weapon energy. But for this part, I definitely want the magnet missiles out. There we go. Psyching myself out a little bit here. Because this is easier to do when it's at 150% speed, so I can just hold forward and go, and practically as fast as I can hit jump, I'll make it to the end. It's not so here, though. Nope. Screw you, Dragonfly. Again. Okay. Well, hopefully I won't show you the guys the glitch. Mostly because I don't want to have to deal with Shadow Man without using top spin. Because that will just lead to my doom. Awesome. Good. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, if you jump in already using it and, like, just plan to get right up next to him and then get away, you were pretty... That doesn't look right at all! You should be good to, just barely nick him with it, so it does the damage it's supposed to. What sucks is it isn't even dependent on... It would be okay if the amount you did and the amount you lost were, you know, comparable, but they aren't. It's just, oh, you were too far into him and he spun. You lost all your energy and he took the same amount of damage as if you had barely touched him and only used up one mark. Oh well, too bad for you. You're screwed now. So, yeah. Just me griping about this game. Which there's a lot to gripe about it, because, well, apparently Capcom rushes one out the door. I'm not really sure why. Probably, you know, something about quarterly earnings. It's usually how business models work, but... It really shows when you look back on it. Even though this is considered, you know, so within the golden age of the Mega Man series. Die already, Hammer Joe. It's still not as good. Well, it's not that it's not as good, it's just that it has flaws that show. And you kind of have to deal with them as they come. This thing's kind of annoying to get past. Mostly because, well, it's like a little puzzle. Actually, if I was faster, I could have made it through there, it looked like. Oh well. Just jump back and forth until you get a chance to make it up. There we go. Now here's a glitch that it's fun to show. See how Rush Coil and Rush Marine, they blink when I'm highlighting them? I go to Shadow Blade, and then I push right, and neither Rush Coil or Marine are highlighted. And that is not either of them. Let's see if I get more energy on what that was. If I call it down, this is clearly Rush Jet. Yeah. use a little bit and then it actually shows up in your inventory. That's not how you're supposed to get Rush Jet, and I'll do my best to not use it before I actually get it. And to do that, I'm gonna go after Needleman after this, even though normally I would go for Snake Man. It won't really change too much. Needleman's a slightly more challenging boss, but it's also slightly more interesting. Not a stage though. Snake Man stage is so awesome. And just because I feel like being silly, charge it up anyway! Nah, I'll use this. I was thinking about getting the Shadow Blade out, but for this one enemy, the regular shot's fine, but... There we go, Shadow Blade. Oh wow, that was lucky that I hit the enemy. You know, if I were to actually take advantage of that glitch, I could be using Rush Jet here. But I don't really want to, because it is seriously cheating. Whoa, oh good. I didn't think I made that jump. And now that... God, someone was burning leaves outside. Yeah, the windows are wide open so I can smell people's grills or leaf burning or whatever they're doing. It's actually, like, illegal in my neighborhood. Wonderful! Yeah, Sparkman, no problem with the Shadow Blade. No problem whatsoever. It's not as useful as the Metal Blades were, because you can only shoot in 5 directions and it has a limited distance on the shot, but it does enough damage, and being able to shoot above yourself is really helpful. I mean, did anyone ever really shoot below themselves in Mega Man 2? I did for like Woodman stage and some parts of Wily stages, and that's it. Like, it's useful, but you hardly need it. And I shouldn't need Rush Jet at all through this level, so once I get finished with this, I'll have it for real. You know, the legit way. And then I can use it to full effective and abusiveness in later levels. It's for that reason that sometimes I do Needleman first, but, I don't know, I like starting with those other 5 first. That's something else that's weird about this game. Most Mega Man games have a set rotation of powers that, you know, you start with one boss and you scroll through all the rest of them, just hitting them in sequence. This guy's weapon works on this one, so on and so forth. That doesn't work in 3. It works for the first 5, from Magnet all the way through the Spark, but then Needle, Gemini, and Snake have their own set of powers that don't work on any of the others, so only work on within those 3. It'll be Needle works on Snake, Snake works on Gemini, Gemini works on Needle. Which is kind of weird. I mean, that means you have to fight 2 of them with the Buster. Or the Arm Cannon, as it was called that back in the day. Because, you know, Capcom wouldn't have gotten Mega Buster in there until 4 when you can charge it. Oh, I love getting all those E-Tanks. Now, last time I played this, I could have sworn that you can get up to this frame. Yeah. Somehow I messed it up before. You get up to this frame and they can't hit you. You can hit them. And you just take advantage of it. Somehow I messed it up and I was getting hit even when I wasn't supposed to. Well, it's probably because it's a 1 frame area, or 1 frame of animation that you have to get on specifically. And I was playing it really fast, so it's hard to stop yourself at just that exact point. So, time to take on Needleman, and I, of course, don't have Gemini Laser, which means this will be a much more interesting fight. Oh, you son of a bitch! Quit jumping! Oh crap. Yeah, that physical attack he has there, that will do a lot of damage. The little needles he shoots out aren't too bad. But, crap. Wanted to get away from him before that happened. Didn't look like I had much space to dodge when I was stuck in the corner! You son of a bitch! I could beat him without Energy Tank, if I'm lucky. I do not care to press my advantage on that, though. Ah, crap. No! You son of a bitch. I should really use the tank, but I'm so close to beating him. There we go! Ha! Fine. Just immediately after I said, I'm not gonna risk it and I'll use a tank when I need to. And then I realize I need to, and I don't use it because I don't know. I'm stubborn or showboaty or something. I have problems. Besides, I had, what, 4 lives at least and 2 energy tanks? Those energy tanks are more useful than those lives. This is going so fast, I don't even care to separate it out right now. We're going to Gemini Man right away. Wait a minute. That was the wrong level. Well, apparently I'm going to fight Gemini Man without the Search Snake now. Whoops. Well, I guess you guys get a treat seeing 3 of the bosses fought the hard way, instead of just 2. And apparently I can't jump high enough. White robot can't jump. Well, actually, I suppose Mega Man's supposed to look like he's Asian. Because, you know, in the Japanese version of the games, Dr. Light would be in Japan and not New York. Which, the only reason you really know about that is if you watched the cartoon show, which was terrible. But it was fun. And the theme song is pretty awesome. Even though, you know, the rest of the show is not worth watching. You know, it's like most of the shows in the late 80s, early 90s. And this will be the last appearance of Proto Man throughout the main stages. And he just kind of looks at me funny and then opens the way. And for whatever reason I can't get into there. But it doesn't matter because I have Rush Jet. Oh. You're supposed to be able to just hold left to make it in, but the game didn't want me to this time. Oh well. What's going to be even more fun is that Gemini Man is definitely the second most difficult boss to fight with the Buster, or the P-gun, P-shooter. Whatever you want to call it. I think it's either supposed to be called the Arm Cannon or Plasma Cannon, but, you know, whatever. It just shoots lemons, and they kill things. That's pretty much good enough for all of us. Oh, wow. Not going to complain with the extra lives. What's that putting it to now? Like 6? 7? Jeez. Which is awesome. I shouldn't. I don't know. I may end up losing some lives now. I didn't expect to or intend to, but since I'm fighting Gemini Man first instead of Snake, there's a good chance I might. Oh, okay. I thought the Dragonfly was going to get me. And, you know, I like to minimize the damage when I can. Come on, Rush. I hit the button to calm him down, but for whatever reason, Rush is lazy and doesn't get out right away. Now this is totally cheating, but I don't care. Because it's a glitch in the game, and if Capcom didn't notice it to take it out, then it's fair game. And what's going on here, wow, slow down, is that as long as I'm not on the Rush Jet, it doesn't drain its energy. As you can see, it's still full. And it's nice to have Rush down there as a safety net in case I get knocked off or mess up a jump. Which is, yeah, like that. Like I would have died right there if I hadn't been doing this. There we go. I almost would have fallen off there at the end too. Can this hit them? Well, it can't hit them normally. Those guys are really hard to hit because they're so small. Sorry about hitting the mic there. Or the headset, really. Something in my head is itching, and I can't get to it because of the headset. Okay, well, now Gemini Man. This should be a fairly difficult fight, actually, because it's hard to hit him without getting hit yourself. Normally, the idea is to... Oh hey, I got to shoot him without him shooting back. Oh god. Normally, the plan is to jump over him as he runs under you, launch a Search Snake, and it will go slow enough that it'll hit the next one. But doing it this way, I'm actually going to have to modify that plan quite a bit. Looks like I need to shoot him before he reaches me. And then, what the hell? Then jump over his shot and him at once. So that's not terrible. But, it's... Whoa. Ah, damn it. It's definitely... different. Why didn't I shoot there? He shot when I pressed the shoot button, but Mega Man didn't shoot. There we go. Once you get him down to this, then he changes, and I'm totally just using a tank. Wow. Fuck you too, game. Jesus. Doing enough damage there, buddy? Oh, too bad I can't shoot fast enough to glitch past the invincibility frames of bosses. Which you can do in some of them. I know you can do it in Mega Man 10. You can probably do it in most of them. But yeah, there's Gemini Man. That is not the way you want to fight him. You want to fight him with Surf Snake if you can. Which I should have, but well... I don't know. I got so used to the idea of after Needle go to Gemini for some reason. I just went straight there. Though Needle's usually the last one I fight. So next time we'll take on Snake Man and then move on to the final stages of the game. So, this is classichomer signing out. You guys have a good day.